Hello YouTube friends, it's Victoria from Victoria Makes. Good morning. Now today is a rainy day, so what I'm going to do today with it being a rainy day is try and declutter my magazine stash. If like me you have lots and lots of magazines that you love and enjoy and you don't want to get rid of them, here is a really great and easy way of keeping everything out of the magazines that you love and keeping them but actually getting rid of the bulk of the magazine. So over the course of the last couple of years, what I've done is, obviously I've subscribed to a lot of magazines which I love, but then they've become really untidy and the storage in the house is not sufficient to put them out of sight, and so you get a lot of piles of magazines. Now I've seen some fantastic pictures on Pinterest where you can put them on your floor and use them as a feature in your room, and you can actually stash them decorative in different places, in bookcases and everything. That's great if you've got the room for that. But what I've come up with is to make sort of mini scrapbooks and put all the pictures out of my magazines and my favourite ones into little scrapbooks, sticking the pages in. Simple actually ideas. What I've done is seasonal books. So I've done January, February, March in one book, and then April, May, June in another, and then July and August in another, and then autumn, and then a separate one for Christmas, so that I've gone through all my magazines and put seasonal pictures and themes in each book. So I just pick up the book for summer or spring or autumn or Christmas and stick them in, and it gives me a really wide range of inspiration, and it's sort of themed in seasons. Also, another one that I've done is this one I've got is a make book. So I'll sort of show you that what I've done in here. There's all things that I'd like to make, and stick them in, using the patterns that have come in, and different actual projects in here that I would like to do. And anything like a making project, I stick them in, and have just basically gone and got a cheap book. Now these are hardback A4 books from anywhere you can buy them, any supermarket, The Range, Hobbycraft, Pound Shop, Wilko, everywhere. They all do a hardback A4 size. You can do it any size you want. These are the cheapest ones that have got lined paper, but you don't need to bother about what's inside because you're going to stick them anyway. So what you need is several of these, or one of them, however many you're going to do. This one is exactly the same, and I've covered in fabric, and you'll see that I've got another YouTube video on covering your books with fabric. And this one I've got notes in at the moment. This one, for example, is an interior one. I've not covered that. This came as is. I might cover the covers. And as I say, I just stick on all the nice pictures that I like out of the magazines in the book and make myself a book, which is very inspiring, beautiful. I've got no adverts or anything. So it's really great idea for getting all your stash minimised. So I'll show you now what I mean. So as you can see, I've got loads of books here, loads more magazines here, loads more in here, a great big pile here, lots and lots of glue, okay, some scissors, my coffee of course. And what I'm going to start doing is cutting out all the nice pictures that I like out of each book and putting them in piles. So what I've got is like a little couple of boxes. I'm going to separate them because obviously out of each book they might go in a separate themed book. So this one, as I said, was this one that's September, October, November, and if I open it up, it's got all autumn pictures of interiors in, recipes in, so you can theme it for autumn, and you can put recipes in from books, you can put interiors in book, even making and design things in. And that then I pick it up when it's the time of year. This one's a seaside. And I've put all sorts of things that you can buy for the seaside. things that are about different resorts at the seaside. And that way I'm keeping all the best things out of the magazines for myself, and when I get a seaside themed cutout, I stick it in here. Put them all in here until I've got time to stick them in and create these collage books or scrapbooks, whatever. And it is so useful, seriously, it's so useful. So if that interests you, you know how easy it is really. I'm going to just quickly show you now how I divide the book up, and then hopefully you can get on with doing that project yourselves. So start with your book and look through your book and basically start to cut out anything that actually interests you. I mean, most of the books we're paying probably anything from £5 to £10 or more now, but a lot of the books are just full of pictures which are adverts. Now these can be fantastic and useful for you. This one here, for example, is advertising a kitchen company here, but if you like that kitchen, you could cut that out and put that in a book. You might be looking at painting your kitchen or looking at kitchen design, so that would be useful. This one here, this is just the content index, isn't it, telling you what's in the book. But this picture you might be really interested in, and they would replicate this picture on a bigger page further on in the book, but they might have something on the rear of that page that you want to cut out. So you can use that possibly if you want. So I'm looking for anything that I like and I'm going to cut out and then get stuck in a book. Anything that inspires me. I would say cut as many out as possible. If you think, oh, I like that, you can always throw it away, but you can't get it back. And then you can put this in the recycling bin, or if you put it on Facebook Marketplace, for example, there will be somebody who is also looking for free magazines, who wants to chop things up for a different purpose. It may be that they're doing a project at college and they just need different pictures for scrapbooking or collaging, and you know, this will prove helpful. And this book, actually what I'm doing now is a Homes and Antiques one, so there's information about different items and how much they're worth, so that could be very useful for someone as well. I'm just going to go through the book and cut everything out, and then I'll start sticking them up. It's a horrible rainy day, so it's an ideal little craft project to do. And it's useful as well because we're destashing all our magazines, which can only be beneficial at the end of the day to make room for more coming. Now this one's a really good feature about a lady who's a maker, and it's all about pattern and design. So having been an art student in previous decades, I'm finding that's quite a useful source of information and inspiration. So I'll pull that out and I'll put that somewhere as well. If it's A4, I'll just rip it out. If it's a small picture, then I will just cut it out neatly as well. This one's a nice picture, interior picture. So I'm going to cut that one out as well, and that'll come out. So you start to just cut all your magazines up, and then you just need to glue them down into a hardback book, of course. And I would suggest the paper glue sticks. I find these really, really useful, and you can get them everywhere. Again, everywhere. You know, they're very cheap, and these really work really well. When you've done this, and it'll take some time, you'll get lots and lots of cut out pictures, and then you can sort them out into subjects. For example, where you're going to put your book. And start cutting them all out and getting yourself, you know, all your pictures, and then you can start placing them in order. I wouldn't just stick them haphazardly how I did originally when I first did it. What you really need to do is start to plan your books ahead of time. So like I said, I did it in sort of seasons. You could do one just for cookery recipes, you could do one for crafts, whichever is your hobby. and make a book specific for that. But you can break it down as well, because obviously in each subject you'll have different things. So for example, when I showed you the autumn and Christmas and everything, that had everything in. So it had seasonal recipes, it had design, how you dress your house, you know, things to make, things to buy, all to do with a specific season. And that's a great way of doing it, I think, and it makes it easy for you to pick that up at any time of year. Whereas if you just put everything in one book, you'll be looking through all the books to find different pictures, and they'll be random. But please do it any way that you'd like, which is useful for you. The main great thing about it is you are getting your magazine stashed down, and you hopefully will help somebody else who does collaging or other art projects, etc., by giving them away free on the Facebook Marketplace or recycle them. But then you'll have less around, and you'll have a more specific book to pick up. And it's really, really easy and really quick. So I hope that has given you a little bit of inspiration. What I want to say is this is how it'll end up, with a book of inspiration, a book of all the great little bits that you really love and that you want to keep. And also your pile will be reduced, if not hopefully gone, and you'll just have a few specific books left that you can actually place in the bookcase, and you will actually have a lot less clutter. And that's what my project here is today, to get rid of lots and lots of books. So I hope it's been a useful video for you, and I hope it inspires you to get cutting and sticking. It's a fabulous day to do things. It's raining, a great little project. I hope it's been a good top tip for you. If you've not already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Every time I get a notification of some new subscriber, I do a kind of like a little happy dance. It's really, really lovely when somebody else subscribes when you've not got a lot of subscribers at the start. And it's quite a long and lengthy journey to build up subscribers. So please consider subscribing and pressing the notification button so that you are notified by YouTube each time I put a video up. Thanks a lot for being here, and have a great day. And I hope it's inspired you to get gluing and sticking and getting that stash reduced. Thanks for watching. Bye now.